Well, I can certainly highly recommend a visit to Auchengrove, and I would make sure you set aside a day because there certainly is a lot to see. Now, if you remember, we were having a look at this trial a couple of weeks ago, and we were comparing the cheap seeds versus the more expensive seeds. And a couple of weeks ago, we looked at the cornflowers and the poached eggplants, and there really wasn't any difference at all. Well, finally, the Gadisha is in flower. It's a dwarf mixed variety, and as you can see, it makes a wonderful splash of colour. And again, there really isn't any difference between the cheap versus the expensive.
Oh, missus.
Can we have our bow back?
I thought you might want a bunch of flowers.
Oh, can I afford them? Hope you can join us again next week. Till then, cheerio.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Because next Thursday's Zoo Watch Live is at 8 o'clock, the Beechgrove Garden will be shown at the later time of 9:30 for 1 week only. That's here with BBC Scotland on 1. A real-life Bambi story over on BBC2 shortly, as Wildlife Showcases follows a young deer through its eventful early life.
Sunday on BBC1 and at 7.
It's Annika Rice here from the Challenge programme.
She's back for a new series and some more unbelievable challenges. At 10 to 8, the pressure's on.
Football is a game of two halves. You never know what's going to turn up. Cooey! Girls!
At 20 past 8, Lloydie's all at sea in the last episode of Preston Front.
What is the matter? It's like being on a barge with a dying walrus.
And at 9:25...
I know this might be a contradiction in terms, but they couldn't be intelligence, could they?
Peter Capaldi stars in Runway 1 as international conspiracy comes to Shannon. Sunday night on BBC1.
Maureen Lipman's back in Agony Again.
I think you have a serious problem and I would like to help.
Not compassion. Dealing with the family.
I was too raunchy for him.
With the boss.
Deborah, perfect timing. Could you put your head down here on the desk?
And with problems of her own. The nation's favourite agony aunt in Agony Again. Next Thursday, 8:30 on BBC1.
The temperature rises for Bill as she faces an unpleasant shock in 2.4 children.